Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to one of these videos where I do screen record. So there's been a few new announcements for pre-orders. There's some that have been around for a while that I actually want to go over, and I thought I would start on Umbrella because I'm very interested in this Tox Box that's been announced. So I was going to try and do Return of the Living Dead in the week, but I haven't received my copy of the Arrow edition yet. I was told on Monday it had been dispatched, normally a day later from the place that I bought it from, HMV. If I order from there, I will get a notification from Royal Mail saying it's on the way. This is normally a day later. It's obviously been 2 days. I don't know what's up there. I'm hoping I'm not going to have any problems obtaining it, but who knows. But anyway, I thought I'd do one of these screen records. Let's have a look what's coming out. Let's get that over the way. WYSIWYG, sorry. Let's go and have a little look, because there's some interesting stuff coming out from Umbrella. I've also queued up Shout Factory's website, because they've got some stuff I want to look at as well, which was announced last week. I just haven't done one of these for a couple of weeks, but let's go. So Dogma's getting a release. That's quite a big bundle. I don't think I've ever watched Dogma before. Nice price tag on it too, 200 Australian dollars. Obviously that does equate to cheaper in regular dollars or pounds, but yeah. So let's look at the Tox Box, because this is 160 Australian dollars, but that'll work out a lot cheaper in actual pounds. And this looks amazing, to be fair. I may have to get this. Recently watched the remake, and I'm very intrigued on having all of them on 4K. I do have a Blu-ray set of the first four, but this looks amazing. You get posters, hardbound box, booklet, loads of discs. I assume they've got, there's 4Ks in there and Blu-ray. We'll look at the pictures first, see if we can do a zoom. Okay, maybe not. So that's the package overall. What you get the first Toxic Avengers 1 to 3, then Citizen Toxie, which I also watched recently. That's pretty hilarious. It's got some downright ridiculous moments in there, and the remake, which is a brilliant a remake, I thought. That's what the outside of the box looks like, the Tox Box, aptly named the Tox Box. And then you get this cool Mutant Mayhem, the complete Toxic Avenger essays and behind the scenes. Got a toxic barrel on the front and an image of the Toxic Avenger from the remake, starring Peter Dinklage. Here's another look at the individual covers. You've got 1 to 3 1 to 3 in this 4K with a really cool sleeve showing the old school artwork. And then we go down and you've got your remake, as well as right, okay, this looks weird. You've got as well as Citizen Toxie. So they're spread across like 2 armory cases by the looks of it, with various discs, and we will look at the specs momentarily. And there's just all of the movies listed: Toxic Avenger Part 2, Part 3, The Last Temptation of Toxie, Citizen Toxie, Toxic Avenger 4, and the remake, which has a cooler logo from. So here's the specs on the I'll pull this image back up because that's a better image to have, that one. It says a venture from the outrageous trauma cult classics to the latest take on Toxie, only available from the Umbrella web store, so it's an Umbrella web store exclusive. The Tox Box Collector's Edition includes a 48-page book, custom rigid case using original artwork, 8 art cards. You get 3 A3 reversible posters, so that equates to like 6 artworks, right? So it's 3 reversibles. Yep, limited edition numbered release, so this one will be very limited. From cult classic to radioactive rebirth, this ultimate collection brings together every outrageous entry in the Toxic Avenger saga, from Lloyd Kaufman's original slime-splattered trauma classic and its 3 sequels, and culminating in the supercharged uncut 2023 revival directed by Macon Blair. And here's some of the extras. So stacked extras. I've read the physical stuff. You get audio commentaries, as you can see there. I'm just scrolling down. Part 2's got a bunch of extras on there, as has Part 3. Right. So it looks to be Yeah, I'm just having a good look. So every film's on Blu-ray as well. You get each film on UHD 4K, and you get it also on Blu-ray, which is very, very interesting. There's a bunch of new special features which are listed here, like an audio commentary with the director, Macon Blair, of the remake, and so on and so forth. Lots of things. Unrated and radioactive, Comic Con International. Yeah. Looks like an awesome set. Might have to get this. I think then let's have a look when we're available for this. This one is out on the 14th of January 2026, so there's a while for this one. Don't know if it'll sell out, might do, but that's very interesting. The Tox Box, Dogma getting a release. Like I say, never saw Dogma. I'll have a quick scan over this. Think it's an Kevin Smith film. I haven't seen all of his films. I've seen like Clerks 1 and 2, and Tusk I think was pretty fun. Nice looking set, awesome artwork for the out of box. That's the out of box artwork. Yeah, it looks like a nice set. I may get this film at some point if it gets a more standard release. I won't be buying this. There's too many supplements there for me for Dogma, but it's very, very interesting set. You get a t-shirt as well, which is kind of cool. That's a look at the t-shirt. That one's out on the 10th of December this year, and yeah, it's absolutely stacked as you can see as well. So yeah, that's Dogma. What else? Umbrella releasing International Affairs Trilogy. Interesting. Kiwi Cult Volume 2. There's also Umbrella are also doing a slipcover edition of the Toxic Avenger remake. That's kind of cool for $70 Australian dollars. That's what you get. 2 discs, a 4K and a Blu-ray. You get that cool slipcover, and there's your cool sleeve. Let's have a look at the extras. This is a lot of the extras that were on that are in the set, the Tox Box, but they're also in this 4K Blu-ray set for the remake. And yeah, Dust Devil's getting a 4K. I didn't think much to Dust Devil. I had the media book from years ago, and I really didn't think much, to the point of actually selling my media book. Something I'd try again maybe. Looks like a lovely set from Umbrella. You can pick your t-shirt size as well for the t-shirt that comes with it, but there's a look at that. That one's out on the 3rd of December. Big Dust Devil set from Umbrella. That one goes for $160 Australian dollars. So that's interesting. So Umbrella getting some cool stuff out. You can get a more standard slipcover edition of Dogma for $59.95 Australian dollars. That's very nice too. Cool slipcover with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck on, and then you've got that nice new artwork with the sort of claymation Jesus statue. Very nice. Yeah, Tourist Trap getting a really cool release, bit like into the Intruder release. The slip for it looks a little bit like what the Umbrella did for Intruder, you know, with the red and everything, but it's Tourist Trap. That is nice. I mean, I've just picked up the 101 Films edition, which I'll stick with, but this does look, this is a much like meatier release, but it is a little bit pricier as well, because that 101 Films lovely little release was under 20, was like $16.99, so big price difference here, but you do get a lot more physical supplements, obviously, with your big slip case, your slip cover. You've got 8 art cards, A3 reversible poster. It's also a limited edition numbered release, 48 page book of behind the scenes material and new essays. So yeah, some pretty cool releases coming out from Umbrella. I will definitely have to have a look at some of these. The Tox Box, though, I am definitely very interested in. Lake Mungo getting a collector's edition. That's very nice. On 4K, I have the second sight Blu-ray, which I'm happy to stick with. I do not, as good as Lake Mungo is as a mockumentary and mysterious and dreamlike and intriguing, I really don't need to upgrade from my second sight. The second sight release is really beautiful, as is this 4K release from Umbrella, but I don't feel the need to upgrade Lake Mungo. As good as it is, I just know. But definitely an interesting release, out on the 3rd of December, excuse me, of this year. And you get quite a bit as well. You got like your slipcover with kind of artwork that mirrors the film and captures its essence quite well, and there you go. Very nice indeed. I wouldn't say the artwork's nicer than what Second Sight did for their Blu-ray release, but it's certainly very interesting. You even get the Lake Mungo script, which is a nice touch. This is actually lovely, but I don't think I could upgrade from that Second Sight set. It's just too nice. But 120 Australian dollars for that one. You've got a lot of stuff. 100 page hardback book, so you get a hardback book. That's lovely. Softback book featuring the shooting script, some photos, 8 art cards, A3 reversible poster, and it's a limited edition numbered release. We'll just have another quick scan at Umbrella. There's a more standard edition of Tourist Trap for $44.95 Australian dollars with just a slip cover. Obviously, I've just looked at the big set. Some interesting stuff coming out, as you can see. The Reef getting a Blu-ray release. I think I've seen that film on Netflix or something. A more standard release of Dust Devil. Angst is being released very, very soon. That's this month. I picked up a different edition of that recently. I may get the 4K of Angst at some point, but I've got so much on pre-order already for October. So we will see. But Bambi the Reckoning, God knows if it's any good. It's one of those public domain properties that have been made into a horror film, so I wouldn't expect anything too brilliant there, but I will check it out maybe sometime. ABCs of Death, little anthology filled with loads of short horror films. That's $44.95. That one's coming out from Umbrella on the 8th of October, so that will be it's already out. That's like the other day. Okay, so that seems to be everything that looks interesting from Umbrella. Let's take a look at Scream Factory, because they announced a bunch of steelbooks last week, and I wanted to kind of look. I saw them on an feed, but I want to have a proper look, because while some of them look very nice, some of them look rather awful. But I'll start on one that looks awesome. I have Scream Factory's Black Christmas 4K from like 3 years ago, but I might have to get this steelbook because it looks amazing. I mean, look at that. That's the artwork. I don't know if I can zoom in anymore, but they've got, you know, like all the characters from the movie, like Jess and the other girls from the sorority, and yeah, looks. I love this artwork. It does look so cool. It's a shame that they never put this had artwork like this on the slipcover edition when they debuted it on 4K. That would have been spectacular. You can get what they called an big poster, like I don't think it's quite the biggest, but yeah, it's an rolled poster, 28.5 by 16.5, but that is beautiful. It's got the girl with the plastic around her, wrapped around her head as well, who's in the attic and being suffocated. That's really cool. Let's see if we can zoom. That's what you get. You can get this cool poster. It must be a store exclusive. They'll probably have these steelbooks without the poster though on through other sellers. I might have to import this one. I may sell my slipcover edition and get this steelbook because that thing is beautiful. On the Shout Factory website, its pricing is $39.99, and yeah, this looks cool. This one's out on the 9th of December this year. So that's a beautiful steelbook. That Black Christmas, such a good film as well. The original Black Christmas. They're doing Rabid on 4K. I actually have a Blu-ray set which I've never actually opened, but this is the Scream Factory Rabid 4K, David Cronenberg's Rabid. I watched a remake as well. It was kind of alright, but I should watch the original really. I watched a remake when it came out like about 5-6 years ago. This one's out on the 16th of December, which happens to be my birthday, but I'll see about upgrading Rabid. Anyway, let's look at there's other stuff as well. You got Hard Boiled, a John Woo film, another John Woo movie, The Killer, Shaw Brothers set. So some interesting stuff coming out from Shout Factory. They're doing a Beastmaster 4K, although I'm pretty sure Vinegar Syndrome did that as well a few years ago in a nicer looking edition. So quite a lot. I want to look at these though, because this Howling Steelbook looks horrible. I mean, tell me that isn't horrible. I mean, some people may like this, but this is the back looks better with the kind of, with the werewolf fangs with the little happy face in there. That, because it's got purples mixed in and a variety of colours, it does look a little bit more interesting. But that front with the just werewolf kind of pixelated like silhouette, if you will, with that font. I mean, the font's okay, but the actual picture itself just looks gross. I think that's a horrible steelbook. $35.99 US. No wonder it's a bit cheaper. That one's out on the 11th of November, but no, I don't like the look of that. The Howling's a great film. I have it on 4K myself, but I definitely won't be enticed by that Screen Factory Steelbook. It's worlds apart from this Steelbook. I mean, look at that Howling compared to Black Christmas. Black Christmas looks like an amazing Steelbook, but the Howling looks awful. And they've done the same art style for their Tales from the Dark Side Steelbook again. Just these pixelated, weird little, like, you know, little tiny weird pixelated images to make up a picture, and this one doesn't look as bad as the Howling, but it doesn't look good, does it? I mean, I'd rather stick with the slipcover edition that I have from Scream. No, I don't like that one's out on the 23rd of December. Great films, both of them, the Howling and Tales from the Dark Side, the movie, but these new steelbooks from Screen Factory look hideous. Never watched The Grey. That's a nice steelbook, though. I think that's a Liam Neeson film, isn't it? That one's The Grey's out on the 9th of December. Awesome looking steelbook. Probably won't get the movie on 4K myself, but the steelbook looks awesome regardless. Yeah, I just wanted to take a little time look at something. I wanted to look at these new Screen Factory ones and give my sort of view a little bit on it. But yeah, Tales from the Dark Side and the Howling, they could have done something so much nicer like they've done with Black Christmas. I mean, even the Renfield steelbook looks much nicer than the Howling steelbook. And there's some more stuff. You got other things. Black Sunday's been released from Screen Factory, I think, recently. Yeah, 7th of October, you can get the 4K of Black Sunday, sorry, not Black Christmas, but yeah, awesome Mario Bava movie. I actually have this. I have an Italian version. I could be tempted to get the Screen Factory though, but I'm pretty sure someone like Arrow will put it out in the UK at some point. That one goes for $35.99 US dollars, and that is already out. But yeah, it's got the cool original artwork and stuff. Good 4K. If it's the same 4K, I don't know if it's, yeah, it might be a new transfer. Yeah, it's a new transfer, so I've got a different transfer on my 4K, I'd assume. But yeah, Black Sunday, it's dripping in like atmosphere and pathos. Really cool black and white movie. I think it's from 1960, isn't it? Black Christmas, is it? Or is it a bit, what year is it from? Yeah, 1960, I thought so. Yeah. What else to look at, guys? So yeah, I just wanted to really have a look at the Tox Box mainly and just go over that, and I thought I'd have a look at some of the new Screen Factory stuff. You got Cloud Atlas coming from Shout Factory. Yeah, Black Christmas though, that steelbook I will probably end up buying because that does look beautiful. I'll probably sell my slipcover edition because it'll be the same disc, so I'll probably get this steelbook when it's out. Tales from the Dark Side, I will stick with my Screen Factory slipcover edition, thank you very much, and the Howling I'll stick with my Studio Canal because they are horrible steelbooks. That Black Christmas steelbook's beautiful though. And then of course you got the Chronicle, you got Riddick, sorry, not the Chronicles of Riddick, another film, Riddick. That's a cool looking steelbook as well. Don't know if I'd get this film, but I like Pitch Black, the first movie in the Riddick universe, but I've never seen the others. But what a cover though, that looks awesome with the weird kind of dinosaur bird being grabbed by the hand. That looks really cool. That one's out on the 9th of December this year. That was just a quick little browse, just looking at Umbrella and the Shout Factory website and their latest pre-orders. I'll probably do another screen record one day, so yeah, thanks for stopping by. Just wanted to give my sort of, you know, just have a little browse, do a little video. But yeah, that Howling steelbook and the Tales from the Dark Side one, blech, horrible steelbooks. But then Screen Factory also do awesome packaging, like look at The Grey and look at Black Christmas. That's, you know, it's such a weird kind of diverse with their packaging. They do awful ideas like this Howling steelbook, and then they do absolutely magnificent ideas with, you know, eye-catching artwork like for Black Christmas. So very package-wise, Screen Factory are very varied. But one thing I will say in their favour is that their transfers are awesome. I've got a bunch of Screen Factory Blu-rays and 4Ks, and their 4K discs themselves, while the packaging might leave a little to be desired, their 4K discs themselves are pretty spectacular, I think. I'm never have much fault or bad things to say about Screen Factory 4K. Yeah, thanks for watching anyway, guys. I'll do some more browsing videos. I just wanted to look at those particular things. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I will hopefully get Return of the Living Dead from Arrow very, very soon, and I'll do a video on that. So, okay, cool. Thanks, guys. See you in a bit. Thanks for watching. Bye.